Mr. Ed here. Today is May 6th. That's the day after Cinco de Mayo. And I got rocket scientist Steve here. He's on the camera right now. And we're in Tallahassee, Louisiana. And we're going to be doing another removal of bees in the floor joist. The owners of the property, they're actually going to be selling this property, and they called me up and asked me to come and remove these bees so that this wouldn't be an issue in the sale of the property. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera, show you where the bees are flying in, and by the grace of God, these Tallahassee bees, they're going to become Abbey honeybees. Let's do some wrangling. Well, this is the scenario. We have this awning that's attached to the building right here. And it's attached right where the second story and the first story meet. And what's going on is that the bees are coming into the second story in the floor joist right there. And so they're flying underneath the awning and then coming into this area right here. So this seam right here is where the bees are using that as the entrance. And there's got to be, we can't see it, but there's a crack in the floor where the bees are actually getting through into the joist. So let's take a look on the inside, and I'll show you what Steve and I are getting ready to do. So we're inside the building now, and we've already removed this is just peel and stick tile right here. And if you look at the thermal camera, I'm going to show you that right now, and you can actually see where the bees are. All right, there's our spot, and I'm gonna hit the little laser beam, and it'll show you right on the floor where the bees are. There you are. Those two little dots, that's the big clump of bees. They run from the corner right here to about right here. So there's a seam in the plywood right here. All I have to do is make a cross cut, and we'll pull that plywood up. And by the grace of God, we'll grab these bees, flip that piece of plywood over, and look for that queen. Time to get busy.
Okay, it was 1/4 inch floor cover, 3/4 inch plywood, and now lateral floorboards. Oh, it'll be an easy job. We just pop up the floor and pull them out and go about our merry way. Be done in 15 minutes.
I think we're about ready to cut this floorboard out. So we had a 1/4 inch piece of plywood, a 1/2 inch piece of plywood, and then the original flooring underneath here. And I'm just going to make my cuts with my Sawzall, and we're going to suit up because the bees are already coming out. And Steve's got the smoker, so we might have to put a little smoke in this, but let's go ahead and make our cuts and see what we got.
Yep. Figured it all fall apart.
That's why we got the light, Steve.
All right. You got to see bruised.
Well, there's our comb. Yeah, the idea didn't work too good. It doesn't work too good when you have to deal with this flooring, these 6-inch pieces. So it's a really nice hive. Good, healthy, gentle bees. We pulled out already, I think 3 or 4 pieces of frame already. I didn't see the queen on that, but this looks all pretty good. We should be able to get all this comb out of here and get this thing wrapped up. It's looking really good now. Took us long enough to get to this point, but it's time to frame these girls up and vacuum the bees and look for our queen. Well, folks, there she is. Unfortunately, she is injured. I don't know if this one's going to make it. Now, I didn't injure her this time. I found her on the bottom of the pile, so she may have gotten crushed when the comb fell. She's still moving around, and the other one that got injured last time, she recuperated. So I'm going to just set this girl on the windowsill and let the other bees kind of tend to her, and we'll see how things turn out. But thank you, Jesus, even we found the queen. Hopefully she'll make it. And that's the end of that one. I mean, we got them all out of there. We vacuumed all the bees from the windows. And then, where's our queen, Steve? Right here. And I don't think she's going to make it, folks. We had her up by the window by all the bees, and she is still crumpled over. I don't think she's going to make it. I do know that we have enough young stuff in that brew that Steve packaged up that we'll be able to make a new queen anyway. I'll just still drop her in the box anyway, and get them to make a new queen. All right, we're going to load it, make one little more quick vacuum, and we're going to load the truck up, head up to the Abbey, because these girls are going to have to stay up to the Abbey. There's no stores whatsoever. I'm going to have to feed these guys. So I wish this queen surely would have made it. I'm sorry to have to not use her. All right, let's get loaded up and we'll see y'all up at the Abbey. Rocket scientist Steve and I, we're up at the Abbey now. And like I said, these guys came out to the Abbey. I didn't really want to, but since I've got to feed these and check on whether we're going to have a new queen, they're going to come up here. So here's all the bees that we vacuumed. It's a fair amount of bees. I'm saying, you know, that 8,000-10,000. It's a good number of bees. And what we're going to do is, Steve, bring that frame right there. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take our queen, and she's actually, she is not. Look at her right here. I've taken her out, and I put her on our frame, on the base of our frame. Now, if she makes it, wonderful. But I don't think she's going to make it. And we're going to just drop that frame into our box and then pull the screen out, and then let the bees go. So that way, you know, if she does recover, which I doubt, at least she's on a ledge that the other bees will find her. So let's go ahead and we'll put this thing together and release these bees. All right, Steve's got our frame and he's going to go ahead and set it in the box real carefully with that queen on the bottom of it. Perfect. And we're going to close this thing up and release the bees. Our setup's all done. We've got the brood comb up in the top with our queen laying on the bottom frame. Our screen right here, and here's all of our vacuum bees right here. So I'm about ready to pull the screen and open up the gate and let the bees fly. And tomorrow, I'll come out tomorrow and take the vacuum box and the screen and the bottom piece off and drop this down and put a regular screen board underneath this one. So we'll have our hive set up. That's all we have for you. Before we check out, I'm going to go ahead and do our highlight on our beekeeper. And today our beekeeper's name is Jeff. That's right. Last week we did Steve's. Well, today it's Jeff. Jeff Suttner. And Jeff's up in the Yukon, in the lower Yukon in Alaska. And he's a commercial fisherman, but because, you know, he's got that outdoorsy disposition, you know, the wilderness kind of guy. He's very much in tune to nature, and he's attracted to the bees, and he's been trying to keep bees for 3 years now. His problem is that they don't overwinter. He has never yet gotten them to make it through the springtime. So he's still working on trying to do that, but as of yet, he hasn't had success. He got his nukes about 2 weeks ago, and he set them up, and he sent me some pictures and some other really nice pictures of the Alaskan summer and or spring and winter. So we're going to close with Jeff's pictures. And the other thing I'd like to mention is I'd really like to thank all the subs, the new ones, the old ones. My goodness, it's just overwhelming to me to find out how many people are watching my channel, and I really thank you very much. So thank you for watching. I hope you keep on watching, and God bless. I'll be making more. Mr. Ed, Mr. Steve and I, we're out of here. As soon as we open up this gate and pull the screen, we're out of here, and we're actually going to do a swarm. So you'll have to see that video is coming up also. God bless, Mr. Ed. Bye. Look what happened to our buddy Steve. He decided to go play with his bees yesterday without his guard on, and he got a little bit stung up.